Good morning, Julie McFarlane here. If you're a new business owner, you might have lots of questions about how to get started or how best to get started. And so when I have new business owners come into my practice, I like to send them away with some tips on what I recommend they do, just to make sure that they're getting off to a good start with their accounting and bookkeeping processes. So today I'm just going to share with you my top 5 tips that I give new business owners so that you can get started. If you have those questions, you can get started and make sure that you're implementing them as soon as possible. So the number 1 tip, what I always recommend, and I think I've talked about this before, is that you keep your business and your personal finances separate. It's best to write yourself a check or transfer money out of your business account to your personal account on a weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, whatever works best for you basis, and then pay your personal expenses from that personal account instead of dipping into your business account whenever you need money. That just provides a nice record flow for any auditing purposes that are coming, and also you're not getting that business and personal mixed up. So definitely something that you want to do for sure. The number 2 tip is always file your tax returns on time. So I'm not just talking about income tax, I'm talking about your sales tax, GST, payroll deductions, any of those kind of things. Make sure that they get paid on time. The government has a really hefty fine and interest charge that they fine you for not doing it on time, and you might as well save the money and not incur those charges. They also always have a way of getting their money, so you're not going to put it off anyway, so you might as well pay it. They can come in and actually garnish your money right from your account, or they can freeze your account until you get the money together to pay it. So just want to make sure that is done. One other thing that they can do is do an amount based on an assessment. So they can assess based on prior returns and just decide what they think that you should be paying, and then you have to pay that as well until you can prove otherwise. So best to just get those tax returns done on time and get them submitted and paid, and you don't have to worry about that. So number 3, make sure you keep yourself organized. So set up some kind of system, whether it's paper or digital. I highly recommend digital if you can, just so that you know where everything is, you know how you're going to manage your cash flow, and you can keep your bookkeeping records straight. Always also do a monthly bank and reconciliation of your banking account so that you make sure you have all the receipts necessary and everything that's flowing through your bank is backed up by a paper trail. Number 4, audit proof your records. So always keep your receipts, whether they're small or large amounts. Keep your receipts. If you can, get them digitally scanned. That's definitely preferable for audit purposes. A lot of the receipts that we get nowadays, they can be, the ink can disappear on them, or they can become unreadable if they're come in the sunlight or whatever. So getting that digital image when it's nice and crisp and filed away in your software somewhere will definitely make a difference at audit time, so that you can prove that you've actually spent that money that you are recording in your books. And number 5, always run your business on your existing cash flow. Sometimes when you're getting started especially, it can be really tempting to dip into that line of credit or get a loan for operations. And if you can, the best thing to do is to be able to just have all your operation costs coming right out of your operational cash flow, and that prevents cash flow problems from happening in the future. So as long as your cash flow from operations is covering your expenses from operations, then you're probably going to be set up to be in a pretty good place, barring any additional situations that come up. So that's a wrap on my top 5 business tips for new businesses. If you have any questions, as always, just drop a comment or send me a message, and I'll be happy to help you out with that. Have a good week.